Okay, here's some of this Quicksilver marine grease, and here's the Drake switch. So I'm just gonna work some of this into the switch here a third time. And you want to find out where the ball bearing is, the detent ball bearing, and work it in around the bearing. That's the part that matters. Okay, there's the bearing right there. As you can see the bearing, maybe not. And I'm just gonna work the stuff in here. And you want to catch it 80 meters through 10 meter detent, so pretty much around the top half of this thing. You don't want to put too much of the stuff in there, but I just wipe it off in the end. So now I got a Q-tip and I just basically broke it off. And get some of this old grease over here. There. And I'm just going to work it into the bearing surfaces now with this Q-tip. So this Drake was really hard to change bands. You could barely even turn the switch. It was just painful. So I thought I had to do this. I did this once. It didn't help it a whole lot. Second time worked better. This is the third time. Hopefully a charm. It seems like it had old oil and stuff in here that just would still hang it up. So when I would change bands a few times, this grease went black. So I'm hoping that I can eventually chase out the old grease by putting in new grease. The Q-tip doesn't look too bad now. There we are. So we don't need a lot of excess grease on the edges here. So now I'm just gonna take a look at this and inspect it. Looks reasonable. I don't want to have a lot of excess on this thing, so wipe off all the excess. Because if this stuff melts and gets into your tank coil switch, it's going to really cause trouble. This grease has Teflon in it. I hope it doesn't melt. Alright, is that reasonable? Get everything off of here. It's looking pretty reasonable now. You also don't want to get grease on the shaft from your hands. Just make sure that's all clean. Clean the whole thing off. There you go. That's a long shaft. It goes the length of the whole radio. It's crazy. Okay, and what about this grease? What can we learn about reading the tag here? NLGI grease extreme friction. What about heat? It doesn't talk about heat. Mercury marine. I just hope it doesn't melt. Alright, put that back on there. Take this back to the radio. And so what I want to do is, when this goes back in, you want to line up the, I have real trouble finding things in this camera. Okay, you want to line up the two holes here with the holes on the back of the Drake. The little holes in the back of the Drake. Right there. So this is going to go in two ways. It's going to go in either, it's either going to go in this way or it's going to go in that way, right? And now I can see the knob has a little gash where the set screw has been gashing it. So that's up. So all we're going to do then is put this guy in and into the first switch. And I'm going to take this telephone out of the way. Whoa. Okay, we're in the first switch. In the second one, and it has a pointy end, isn't that nice? Into there. Into that switch. Coming toward the last couple here. Into that one. And it looks like our little set screws are lined up on the outside here. So let's get it through here. There it is. And we got to give a little tap to get it in here. So, little tap. Little tap's not working. Give it a little shove. There, boom, it's in. Put the screws back in. And give that a shot. I guess I'm not doing so well filming here and putting these in. Looks like that's not lined up quite right. Has to go over it a little bit. Need something to like center it. Maybe a pen will work. Just to center it. Wiggle it around. There we go. Throw the screw back in here. There it is. There's one. Yep. Let's put the other one in. Yeah, I'm not much of a filmer here, am I, with this thing? There, finally, it's going in. Don't cross-fit it. Make it just snug. Snug this one up. Just gonna snug them for now. Tighten them up later. And here's the knob. Put the knob back on. Knob goes on here like this. We'll tighten the knob. Whoop, it's on 180 degrees wrong. There we go. Tighten it up. And see how this thing works. All right, the knob's on tight. And because my hands are slippery, I'll use some paper here and turn this thing. All right, let's see how it works now. Put the light back on the detents here and find it. There's the detents. There's the light. Let's see how it looks. Wow, it's still hard to turn. It's really hard to turn. So, I think it's hard to turn until you work the grease in again. Anyway, that's what I'm up to, greasing this thing, and I don't know. It sure seems difficult to turn this band switch even after greasing it. It was easy before. Oh, it's worse. Hey, good luck. If you guys figure this out, let me know.